we've been very vocal, both as an industry and as a company, and we've repeatedly said that the mother of all trade barriers is currency manipulation. And TPP failed in meaningfully dealing with that. And we appreciate the President's courage to walk away from a bad trade deal.
There's a huge opportunity, working together as an industry with government that we can do and improve the environment, improve safety, and improve the jobs creation and the competitiveness of manufacturing.
All those auto CEOs talking outside the White House after their meeting yesterday. Bob Nardelli, formerly CEO of Chrysler. What'd you make of that meeting, Bob?
Wasn't it refreshing to have one of the strongest industries, one that's been a real engine over the last several years in helping grow the economy and create jobs, actually sitting down with the President of the United States and figuring out how to support that as opposed to dampen that with environmental regulations, government regulations, barriers, and so forth. I mean, I was so excited and enthused about that meeting. It's 180 degrees from where we were.
Yeah, Dagan, I was really surprised when I heard Trump yesterday say, I'm going to cut regulations by 75%. I mean, I know we've been talking about this rollback of regs for a long time, but 75% is a big number.
It is big, but given the heaping mountains of regulations that the Obama administration put on industries far and wide. We talked about the number of economically significant rules that came out of the last White House, and it was a record number. That's an economic impact of $100 million or more. And indeed, they were even ramping them up even more between the election and the end of the year. Yeah. So a rollback in regulations is helpful. I think that if he creates, the President, a level playing field for industry when it comes to the entire globe, that is incredibly helpful. I'm interested to see if he continues to attack company by company on Twitter, because, again, that might take some heat from the corporate world.
That you don't want to see. So, Lee Carter, Toyota will reportedly invest $600 million into a factory in Indiana. The company is also going to add 400 jobs. This is on a string of others, right? This is the latest automaker responding to this import tariff threat. How do you think Americans feel about these companies adding more jobs domestically?
Americans are loving this. Yeah. I mean, I've been dial testing and talking to voters for the last 2 years. But since Trump's been in office or elected as president-elect and now president, he has one after another made announcement after announcement that jobs are coming back and that he is doing this, and people are loving it. Now, on the other hand, there's a lot of people who are vocal critics saying, is it really that he's just taking credit for investments that these companies were going to make anyway? And the bottom line is, that's not the way the voters, for the most part, perceive it. And I'm really curious to see how this plays out. I mean, are we going to see more and more jobs being announced?
Yeah. So I think you make an excellent point. I mean, this is market-focused, customer-centric. People are buying bigger vehicles. They can't make enough trucks. I mean, Mark at Ford, the F-150s have to ramp up. Sergio has to ramp up on the Dodge Ram. So the money they're putting back in is well-founded and really focused on the market and the customer. People aren't buying small cars. Dagan, to your point, the one thing that's going to be a collision is the CAFE standards, because that was based upon an average of small and large vehicles. So he's going to have to roll that back or impose some crazy regulations to meet those standards.
And those standards the higher standards were put in place by President Obama.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, what did Wilbur Ross say? 7,000 new regulations in 2 years. That's from Wilbur Ross when he sat with us a couple of months ago.